If you're the one that stepped outside of the marriage, I see that you're feeling guilty over it. Or if your significant other cheated on you, they're feeling guilty about that now. And I feel like they're isolating themselves because of it. So let me get some clarifiers. Tell me about the wheel reversed. Why is the wheel reversed here for Capricorn? Clarify the wheel. Six of Pentacles. So I feel like this Six of Pentacles is wondering whether, if you were the one who was cheated on, I feel like this is your wheel reversed and Six of Pentacles. You're wondering if you should contribute anymore to this relationship. You're wondering if this person has really changed. If they're willing to cooperate with you now. If they're willing to put in the same efforts if they're willing to match the efforts that you've been putting in. I do feel like they feel guilty for what they've done with these swords here. But the Devil is still in the upright. And I don't see the Strength card here. And every card's reversed except for the Devil. I mean, the Six of Coins or Six of Pentacles is in the upright. But I feel like that's whoever the energy of who was betrayed. Not the person who did the betraying. Tell me about the Devil for Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. You have the Six of Cups and the Fool. And the Fool in this position, this person's being foolish. And somebody, there's a dog here. That dog's like, hey man, you're about to jump off a cliff. Watch what you're doing. And then you have the Six of Cups here. So, this Six of Cups and the Devil could mean that there's a soul connection, that there's a bond. Or it could mean that this is a karmic lesson. This person could be experiencing karma for what they've done. I mean, the Wheel is here too. That's a karmic card too. But somebody was foolish. And it's whoever was taking on this self-indulgent behavior. They are feeling guilty, but I don't know if they're feeling guilty for the right reasons. Like, I don't know if they're feeling guilty, but, they're not going to change. Or if they're feeling guilty and they want to give this another shot. Or this could be that they're feeling guilty for what they've done. They've changed, but they still don't want to work on this relationship. Because, whether this is a karmic lesson or not for them to learn, there was still a reason why they felt like they needed to step outside of the marriage or a commitment. Tell me about those Four of Wands reversed for Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Four of Wands reversed. There's definitely a fear of commitment on the board. Alright, we have the Lovers and the King of Cups. So, this is definitely a divine union. But this was like a meant to be union. But somebody here is having a hard time, being open with their emotions. Or their feelings, not their emotions. And they're having a hard time committing. They're having a hard time forgiving themselves, maybe. But with the Lovers, the Devil, and the Six of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles, this, I feel like, it was meant to come together. But someone's having a hard time working together with you on this. Whichever side you're on, I guess. But tell me about the Seven of Swords. You have the World. And in this position, this is like unfinished business. So, if you were cheated on, this person does feel guilty. They do. But I don't feel like they're quite ready to put in the effort that's needed for this to come together. With the Palace of Coins here, this most definitely is either a marriage or you're living together. So there could be a little bit of codependency here, and that's why this person is still sticking around. But I don't feel like they want to stick around for the right reasons. Tell me about the Knight of Coins. Clarify the Knight of Coins. Ace of Wands and the Tower. So they're not leaving, but they might as well be leaving. Like, they're physically there, but emotionally, mentally, the relationship's done to them, I feel like. They want passion and love. They want to go be a dog somewhere else, I feel like. I'm sorry. If you're the one, I didn't even see the Seven of Cups. So this person wants to have options. They want to have their cake and eat it too. They want, if you're married, they want to have that stable home life. But when they go out with their guys or their girls, they want to go, hoe around. They want to have their options still. They want to have all that attention from other people. They want those one night stands. They want to self-indulge or be indulgent in their devilish behaviors. But they're going to come home and, play house with you. So, Capricorn, let me get you some advice on where you should be focusing your energies for the next few days. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Best advice for March 24th through the 27th. Capricorn. There's 3 of them, so it's a lot, but we're going to take them. All right, so we have the 8, 39, and 36. So this card, I'm not going to read all the descriptions. I'll just break it down for you. This card is about goals, dedication, process, like not losing sight of your goals, basically. This card, this is about like healing energy, like loving, caring energy. But hold on. This is offering comfort, healing, and caring. So focus on your goals. Be compassionate towards others, towards this person, because, whether they've hurt you or not, they're still going through some shit, and it's not because of you that they did this. It's because of something within them. And then there's this card. And I feel like this card is going to be your overall message. It's 36. Oops. So I'll read this one out loud for you. Entrapment, limitations, restrictions, complications. We have more ability than willpower, and it is often an excuse to ourselves that we imagine that things are impossible. We are entangled by obstacles, real or imagined, that restrict our wishes and actions, whether by ignorance, self-doubt, or a paralyzing fear. We allow them to control, limit, or imprison us. If we just summon the strength of will and confront them, we might face them down and ultimately overcome them. In doing so, we are free to fly once more. This is an angel without flight, her wings entangled by troubles, obstacles, and fear. In her suicidal pose, red ribbons entwine her wrists like streaks of blood. But her entrapment is a consequence of her own fear. Blinded by anxiety, she is unaware that the nearby sword could be used to cut her ties and set her free to fly once more. So, whoever this person is that feels guilty for their actions but isn't quite changing them, they're probably telling you, like, this is just who I am, I'm broken, I'm just hard to love, all that. Making excuses, but not doing what they need to do to change this. And I feel like you should show compassion for them. Let's see. You should be, healing, offer healing, love, be caring, but don't feed into this. Don't give them all this time and effort because they're just making excuses. They can easily stop with this deceptive behavior, with indulging in this devilish behavior, and they can change. They're just making excuses not to. Six of Cups reversed. Eight of Coins reversed. That's 3 eights. Eights speak of abundance. You have 9 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I feel like, you know how everyone's got like an angel on one shoulder and a devil on the other? I feel like the devil on your shoulder is trying to tell you to do something you know is wrong. But at the same time, you kind of just want to give in to temptation. Because you do have the Four of Cups here, and he's just looking up at that cup, daydreaming. Look at him. Just thinking about that cup. He knows he shouldn't do it, but he's looking at it. It could have to do with somebody from your past. This is for some people. If you are drinking, don't drive. Do not drink and drive. You shouldn't do that ever, but that message just screamed at me just now when I looked up the Eight of Wands reversed and the Page of Cups. Especially with a child in the car. You shouldn't do it with anybody in the car, but if you do it with a child in the car, you're a dick. Plain and simple. I have no patience or tolerance for that shit. Tell me about the devil for Capricorn. Queen of Pentacles. But I don't know what this queen is walking up that ladder to. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles. Four of Wands reversed. She's looking up at... High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Trust your intuition. It has something to do with a marriage or a long-term commitment. You could be thinking about walking away from somebody, from a marriage or a long-term commitment, because you don't feel like there's enough passion anymore. Tell me about the Six of Cups for Capricorn. The World reversed, Knight of Wands. So this is definitely somebody from your past. This is a soulmate, could be a karmic, could be a twin flame. This is somebody from your past that you have unfinished business with. Somebody you had a past life with. And there's that devil on your shoulder telling you, do it, just do it. But you know you shouldn't, but you're looking at it like, damn, there's a connection here. There's the Knight of Wands. It's a playa. And I feel like that's the energy that this devil is telling you to take on. Tell me about this Eight of Wands. Clarify the Eight of Wands for Capricorn. Ooh, Six of Pentacles. There's another soulmate twin flame card. But this could also mean equal give and take. But I see a clock here. So this equal give and take could mean something to do with time, giving somebody your time. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles. Seven of Cups reversed, Ten of Pentacles reversed. So I always see the Ten of Pentacles reversed as a homewrecker card, and that's been coming out for a lot of signs so far. I mean, I've only done half of them, but a lot of people got the homewrecker card this week. So there's a homewrecker in your environment. You know this. You see it very clearly. The homewrecker could just be the devil. Could just be that devil on your shoulder. Tell me about the Eight of Coins for Capricorn. Ten of Swords. There's going to be some deception, some betrayal. It's going to be the ending of a cycle also, but it's going to be a painful ending with the Ten of Swords. And all the other tens in this deck are butterflies, except this one's a moth. I don't know what the spiritual meaning for moths are, but I know it's not the same as a butterfly. Butterflies are positive changes. It's metamorphosis. It's, breaking free from your cocoon, regeneration, all that. I don't think moths are a good meaning. I mean, nothing really has a bad meaning. It's just how you interpret it. But I feel like you're going to interpret it negatively. So oh man, I don't know. Tell me about the Ace of Wands. The Hanged Man reverse could be dealing with Pisces. And the Tower at the bottom of the deck. You're going to give in to the devil. You're going to just do it. And then you have the Six of Swords underneath that, with the Ace of Wands underneath that. So you're going to break up with somebody. You're not going to be a total dick about this. You're not going to cheat on somebody. But you're going to break up with them. It's the ending of a marriage. This is a homewrecker. But you're going to break up with somebody and travel to go see somebody who you have passion for. So, I mean, at least you're not going to be a total douchebag about it. But you are giving in to the devil. So, Capricorn, let me get you some final advice for where you should be focusing your energies for the next week. Final advice for Capricorn. The door reversed. This is closing doors. This is endings. This is also new beginnings. When one door closes, another door opens. You have the Witch at the bottom of the deck, which I view as the Temperance card. So this would be like healing, self-realization, all that. So I see you having a breakup, having a Tower moment, realizing that you weren't happy in this. And you're going to give in to the devil and have this new passionate beginning with somebody. You're going to give in to the devil.